today, Anish and I would be discussing about a very interesting topic, that is how to integrate the existing Flutter application into your existing native mobile application, right? So the question would be, why do we have to do this? Why do we have to integrate Flutter into the native application, and why not leave it as is? So one typical use case that we could think of is, over the last decade, we have had organization building complex, extensive native mobile application, Android and iOS application for their product, for their clients, for the end customers. And these applications have been downloaded by millions of users and used extensively on their in their day-to-day life. Right now, having seen the advantages and benefits of Flutter, what Flutter could bring to the table. Let's say that the organization wants to migrate their native mobile application to Flutter, but doing so might be a little risky, taking into account the cost, the resources, and the time that is required. And given that the applications are complex and used by millions of users, it might be a risky operation, right? So why not have a method in which you can integrate only a portion of your screen or a module or a feature of your application in Flutter, and leave the rest of the application as is in your native language. That is how, so that can be achieved using the Flutter method channel, where you can have a Flutter module integrated into your existing native mobile application and interact between your Flutter module and your native application. You can send data from Flutter to the native and receive data from native to your Flutter module, and thereby you can use the existing business logic and not have to write everything from scratch, right? So this is the advantage of using the Flutter method channel, and this highly reduces the risk of slowly and seamlessly migrating your your Flutter, your native application from native to Flutter. So this is the high level view of how Flutter method channel works. So you have your native iOS application, and you have your native Android application, and you also have your Flutter application, right? So we create something called as the Flutter method channel, and integrate Flutter into your existing native application. And through this Flutter method channel, you can pass and receive data to and from your Flutter application to your native application, right? So I would be talking through how this can be done on Android. How do you integrate your Flutter application into Android and use Flutter channel to send and receive data? And my colleague Anish would walk you through the similar approach on iOS, right? So in order to integrate your Flutter application into your native mobile application, right, you need to create your Flutter application as a module. So let's say you have an application in some path, and you want to create this Flutter module. So all you have to do is, in your command line, run this piece of command, and this creates a Flutter module in the location. And this Flutter module can then be added as a dependency into your existing native mobile application, right? So now, once you have created this Flutter module, how do you create this method channel, and how do you set up this connection between the Flutter and your native mobile application? So on Android, so what you have to do is create a variable and instantiate this variable called the method channel, and pass it a channel name. And this make sure that this is a unique name, and it is you can, this name could be anything, and it could be specific to your project naming convention. I have just used a naming convention such as this. So to show it on the code, so this is my dart file, and I have created this variable called platform, and this is the method channel, and I have had this constant. So please keep in mind that this constant, this method channel name is what we are going to be using even in the native to set up that connection between your Flutter and the native app, right? So now once this is done, we can use this variable, platform variable, to invoke methods from your native mobile application, right? So if I go down here, so this is the variable that I had created here. That is the method channel variable. And here, in this case, I'm trying to invoke a method called get film list, right? So one thing that we need to keep in mind here is this method channel is an async operation, right? So I have declared this method as an async, and I have added this keyword await to make sure that, you know, once this method channel is invoked, the handle goes to your native code. It does executes the piece of code in your native, creates the data, and the result is returned back to your Flutter code, right? So I'm getting the response here. And then in this case, the example, what I've done is I'm trying to go to the native code, fetch the film list data, and passing it as a JSON data back to Flutter, and I'm creating the UI, right? So I'm getting the response, JSON response from the native, and I'm parsing the response, and I will be trying to create the UI in the Flutter code, right? So again, be aware that this is an async operation and make use of this await keyword. So this, what I've shown is just to invoke the method. You could also like pass data to the native. You could do that by adding the object here and pass the parameter. So this could be your parameters here, right? And this you can fetch this data back in native. So moving back to the presentation. So this is the important thing to set up the Flutter method channel in Flutter. Now, how do we integrate this Flutter module in your native mobile application? So one thing that we need to be aware of is in order to integrate the Flutter module in your Android, we need to have Java 8 requirement, right? So this predominantly works on Java 8. So in your build apps build.gradle, in your Android section, make sure to add this dependency, right? The Java 8 dependency. Now, so like I said before, we need to add this Flutter module as a dependency into your existing Android or iOS application, right? So in your Android application, in order to add, there are two ways basically to add the Flutter module as a dependency. Option A is you could create an AAR file of the Flutter module and add it as a local Maven repository. For this, the advantage is you don't need to have the Flutter SDK installed in your system. Once this local Maven repository is added as a dependency, you could, every time you do a change in your Flutter module, you would have to build an AAR file and push those changes to the Flutter module. But for this session, we are not going to be taking this option. Instead, we're going to be taking the option B, wherein we are going to add the Flutter module as a dependency through source code, right? So this is very useful in a way when you are, in our case, where you're working with both your Flutter code and your native code, and you're doing changes both in your Flutter code as well as your native code, right? And you can immediately do the changes, and you can hot reload and hot restart, and you can push those changes immediately, not having to build every time your Flutter project, right? But this requires your Flutter SDK to be downloaded and integrated with your IDE. And this is the one thing that we need to do as part of this option. And in your settings.gradle, we would basically be binding the Flutter module by using this piece of code, binding this Flutter module with your existing Android application and adding a dependency in your Gradle, the app layer build.gradle file. So now, once this setup has been done and you build your application, you are now ready to consume your Flutter application within your native Android application. Now, the next step involved here is you would have to, like I said, if let's say you are having one module or one screen on Flutter, we would basically will have to embed that Flutter into that native screen, or in case of an Android, inside your activity. So let's say you have like multiple native activities, right? So in one of your activity or your fragment, you would want to embed this native view. So how do you do this? So in your layout.xml of your activity or fragment, you would have to create a Flutter view. So this Flutter view is what will hold the Flutter UI or the Flutter component, and this will embed the Flutter view within your native application. So in your layout.xml, you have this Flutter view included. So if I jump on to the code, so this is my native mobile application, and I have an activity, and inside the XML of that activity, I have created the Flutter view, right? Now, the next thing is in your activity, in your on create of your activity, it is important to initialize the Flutter, right? So you would have to basically call the Flutter.start initialization, pass the application context, and make sure that the initialization is complete, right? So it is very important to add these piece of code before you create your content view. So these Flutter initialization and Flutter code, the setup has to be done before your set content view, so that it get reference to this particular Flutter view. So now once this initialization is done, the next piece of code is to initialize your Flutter channel. So far we have tried to embed the Flutter code into the layout of your activity. Now is to initialize the Flutter channel, right? And what all that we would be doing here is get the reference of the Flutter view, that is this view from your XML. And all these are certain properties that we have set in order to make the background of the Flutter view as transparent. This is optional depending upon your project requirement. But the main thing that is required here is how we created the Flutter method channel, the method channel in your Flutter project. We would have to do something similar in your native Android project here, right? So here we have created a new method channel. We have passed in this Flutter view, and then we have another parameter is the channel. So what is this channel? So if you remember, I had created the channel name here. So the same channel name would be used in native, and this channel data would be passed to this method channel. So only if these two names match is when the connection between your native and Flutter would be made, and the call to and fro would be successful. Yep. So this is what it is. And now we have, once you have done all this and you have built your application, you are now ready to run this application on your Android phone, right? So let me quickly show you the demo. So here I have the application. So when I click on this application, so this is the native view. Initially, I have created a list view where I have a list of movie data and their ratings that I'm displaying here, right? So this is completely native. This data is rendered out in native. Now, if I click on the Flutter option here, all that I would be doing is passing this JSON data back to the Flutter view and creating a UI in your Flutter, right? So within your native application, so in your native application, you have this Flutter view where I created this Flutter view, and the data, the JSON data, similar to what we saw in your native, has been passed from native to your Flutter. And this is a completely Flutter view, and we are, I have created the Flutter view here. And this Flutter view is completely embedded within your native application. So in this way, we can have specific features, specific modules completely migrated to Flutter, and the rest of the application can be in pure native, and we can go ahead and reuse some of the business logics that are there in your native into Flutter and recreate the UI, right? So this is a sneak peek of how Flutter channel and how to embed Flutter in native Android. I would pass on the control to Anish to walk you through how this is done similarly on iOS. Anish, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Vishal. So I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, I hope everybody can see my screen. So this is, so Vishal has talked about how we can integrate a Flutter into Android native. So I'm going to talk about the similar line when how can we integrate the same thing in iOS native code, right? So as Vishal was saying, there is a 2-3 way we can integrate in Android, but similar way we have in iOS also. So in iOS, we can either use the CocoaPod to integrate Flutter code into native, or we can use the framework. So I'm going to explain about how are we going to use CocoaPod. If people are not using CocoaPod or pod file, then they can use the framework level. There is a command for framework, creating a framework from a Flutter project, and it will be integrated. We can integrate a normal framework as a framework. Okay, so here actually the pod file, we have to add the path of this path of this project where we created the Flutter module. So it will be the same source code which will be using for Android and iOS. So this is the path where we are mentioning, and on top of that we have to I'll show you the code also here. So here we are integrating the Flutter application path, and then we'll be loading this a place helper.rb file. That is a Ruby script file which will be embedded this source code and convert into a framework, and it will be automatically embedded into as a pod framework. And when you do the pod install, it will be created. This process will happen, and it will be generated a framework, and it will be integrated as a pod framework. So the next step will be the creating a Flutter engine and a Flutter view controller. Basically, the Flutter engine is the engine which Flutter engine is basically the communication between host and the client will happen. Here, this host, here this native to Flutter view will be happen using the Flutter engine, and then you have to generate a plugin register so that Flutter engine will be registered to as a plugin, and then you have to create a Flutter view controller from the Flutter engine. So if you check it here, the Flutter engine dot run with the entry point. So entry point, if you didn't mention anything, it will be by default, it will be taking the main method where you created the Flutter class, right? So that will be taken as it is. But if you want to navigate a specific method in the Flutter, then it is okay to mention that entry point. So if you check it in the code, so in the view did load, I just created a Flutter engine. So and then a Flutter engine run, it will be with an entry point. Here entry point is nil. So if you mention the method name, that will be go to that specific method, and then you have to register the Flutter engine with the Flutter engine, and then you have to create a view controller. This view controller we can create wherever it's needed. So this view controller, we can use it as a child view or a present day view controller or a push view controller. However you want to do, you can do it, but it will be extended from the UI view controller. So how you want to use the UI view controller, the similar way that we can use this Flutter view controller as well. Then the next step will be the initialization of this method channel, so that the communication, if you want to pass a data between this Flutter native view to this Flutter native code to the Flutter view, that is what we are doing here. So using the Flutter method channel. So this method channel will be using an identifier, the same identifier which is shown in the Flutter. I mean, Vishal has shown that identifier. The same identifier will be using here, and we will be returning a handler method which when you do the invoke method in the Flutter, that specific callback will be called with this method name. And here just I'm just passing this JSON object which Vishal shown in this Flutter screen. I mean in the Android view, which will be passed the object and will be passed as JSON string here. So this and after that it will be loaded into the view. If you want to quickly, I can show you the. So the similar way what Vishal showed, right? This is a Flutter ID, and then when the invoke method will be called with this identifier, in the this handback callback method will be called, and then this response will be sent to as a result. So we can also pass this as an error also. So up to the if you're getting an error, we can pass it, and once you get the response, it in a stateless widget and sorry, stateful widget, we are just reloading the data. So in coming to the, so this is what it is. So coming to the demo, I think it is similar to iOS, I mean Android, Vishal is shown. Here we are just loading this sorry guys, my mouse is so much. So it will just load this view, and then when I this is the native view, it's loaded, and when I press here, it will load this Flutter view with whatever the tiles it is shown in the Flutter view, which Vishal is shown, right? And then I can switch it from here itself. That will be switched to the Flutter native code as well. So, and here I also want to touch upon one more topic where how can, now we talked about how can we integrate a native Flutter view in native code, but there will be some situations like if you want to integrate some of the UI view that is generated in the native and which needs to be integrated in Flutter view. So this is what I am going to explain here, where this in this example for this native view, this particular view, it is integrated into a Flutter view. So how can we do this actually? So here in the Flutter, we have to mention is it a what type platform it is. Is it an Android or iOS? According to that, there is a two view component that we can integrate as a child widget for the existing view, where this is an Android view and UI kit view. This is the identifier which will be used for in the native code to pass this view this particular view. So if I can show it in the screen. So yeah, in this container, I just added a child as a child. Is it an Android or iOS? According to that, this view will be loaded, UI kit view and Android view. And here there is an animation view is the identifier. And in the native code, we have to, mention that what is that Android that's identifier, and you have to create a Flutter platform view factory, which will be returning the Flutter platform view. So first, after this registration, Then you have to create a native extending this Flutter factory view and a native Flutter view. And then you have to create, there's a method called create where you'll return that Flutter platform view. So here I am created a Flutter platform view and return this native view. Here I just integrated one native view using the Lottie animation. So I can show you the demo. So when I tap on this is a promotion we added as part of this film list. So keep a distance is a promotion. When I tap here, it is just an animation. This is completely native. So this is the animation that we are going to load the same animation in the Flutter view as well. So when I switch here, so here I'm running this view. So here basically here the Flutter platform is actually extended from UI view, which is used for this Flutter actually. So we can integrate the same view in the if it's let's take an example of if we want to integrate a animation view or a loading indicator, then we can integrate that into a native Flutter view. It's taking a little time to load it. So these codes are available in GitHub. We'll be sharing these links so that you can take a look also in the source code. Yeah, this similar view will be loaded in the Flutter as well. So this is the way we can do it. And with that session, with that note, I'm closing this session. And this will help people who want to move from gradually from native view to the Flutter view.